The black woman is above reproach. How dare you criticize her? How dare you hold her to standards? How dare you tell her about herself? I am exhausted. I have zero patience. Zero. At my job, I'm nothing but a glorified babysitter because I have to micromanage and hold hands with adults. You see what I'm saying? Grown men and women. I have to babysit. I have to babysit. It's to the point now where it's just like y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. Because I don't necessarily know how long I can deal with this. I can't deal with it. I'm doing what I gotta do right now to make moves. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, my company, the company that I work for, has a culture of unprofessionalism that's been going on long before I started working for them. Because when I started, I was a little frustrated with what was going on, right? But then I had to realize that this was the standard. This was what they allowed. So who am I to come and change it? I'm doing too much. This officer in particular was a no-call, no-show. You know, she's supposed to work last Friday, which was the 14th, but you know, she just didn't come to work, right? So I had to cover for an officer on Friday night. I had to work overnight for her, which is a whole nother story. I'm gonna tell you about that. I wake up in the morning, my project manager calls me and says, "Hey, what happened to Officer such and such? You know, the project manager for the hotel didn't, said that she wasn't there." And I said, "Oh, really? I didn't hear anything. You know, she didn't let me know that she wasn't gonna make it." So I call her and I say, "Hey, what's going on? I was told that you didn't make it in." She says, "Oh, well, there was a gas shortage. I didn't have any gas," which is understandable because there was a gas shortage. And I'm not an unreasonable man, but there's still protocol. You didn't inform myself. You didn't inform none of my colleagues. Or I called you. The log doesn't show that. Or I text you. The thread doesn't show that. Send me a screenshot. Or it's on my other phone. Okay, send me a screenshot. It's charging right now. Now you're playing games. So as a result of you not being able to inform myself or any one of my colleagues, I'm going to have to write you up for insubordination. And I'm going to have to give you a last chance agreement for being a no call, no show. We don't tolerate that here. Is that understood? Boom. My project manager was on the phone the entire time. He heard the entire interaction. So what does she do? She calls HR, but switches the narrative. I'm harassing her. I'm belittling her. I'm demeaning her. If it wasn't for my project manager being on that phone, it would have been a wrap for me. Why? It's because we live in this culture, #BelieveAllWomen. That's just the way it is. You can't complain to the referees. You got to learn the rules. It's a dirty game. This is why in all of my interactions with my female officers, I make sure that they're recorded. I make sure that there are other people around that can validate what's going on. And I make sure that we are there's never Like, I make sure that we're not alone, that we're never just alone where it's just me and a female. I make sure of that because they're going to take her word. Cool. And if you look at the text message, you see what I'm saying? She called herself going in, and I don't give a fuck about the adjectives they use to describe me. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that they're trying to make it seem as though I'm making it personal when it's business. Don't lie on my name. Don't lie on my name. I keep it player. I keep it professional. That's it. I don't call none of these females outside of work. I've never tried to fuck on them. I don't, when I approach them on their sites to do field inspections, I keep it short. I'm fair, but I'm firm. That's it. I don't give a fuck about, what you doing when you get off, your family, none of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm here to do a job. That's it. But the fact is that, they're not used to black men standing on their nuts, holding their nuts. They're used to dealing with suckers. Why? It's because when I come off as, they call me an asshole. They say I'm rude, I'm disrespectful. Why? It's because I hold them to standards. I give it to them raw. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm straight up, no chaser. And they don't like that. Man, like you just don't understand. I got this one guy, he's like he wants to fuck on him. You see what I'm saying? So he be giving him second and third chances, fourth chance. Man, like, nah, bruh. Like, nah, man. We had one officer who routinely left the site. This was her MO. She would come to the site, clock in, and then leave. And then come back probably like an hour, 2, 3 hours later. I call her, I don't even know how many times. And yet she still works for the company. Why? Hey, she got a banging body. She does. She got a banging body, but I don't give a fuck about that. I don't. It sets a bad precedent. Man, you want to know what's so cold? I have officers from Nepal. I have officers from Thailand. I have officers from the motherland. I got officers from the Caribbean. None of them are hard to deal with. But the black American woman, you can't tell her nothing. If I'm reaching, call me out. Call me out, because like I said, I'm fair, but I'm firm. I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm not trying to high side and high cap on anybody. But all I'm saying, as it pertains to professional courtesy protocol, doing the job, like, no, I'm not going to give nobody no leeway, let alone a female. Because when you signed the dotted line, you said you were going to perform your duties in its fullest capacity. But women always try to pull that I'm a woman shit. No, you're not. You're an officer when you're on the clock. Fuck all of that. So you have to perform your duties in their fullest capacity. You don't get no preferential treatment. Not from me. Man, can't tell them nothing, man. Can't tell them nothing. I've had girls, like, as I said, because we get alerts when somebody didn't sign in on time. When somebody doesn't sign in on time, we get alerts. So I will call them and say, hey, what time did you get on the site? What time did you get on site? I got here on time. I'm like, nah, right here, as it pertains to the log, it said, I got here on time. I got here on time. All right, cool. What do? They ran back the camera footage. Well, what do you know? This bitch didn't get there on time. You see what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to play me. Stop trying to play me. Like I said, it's you know, the company that I work for hires rejects that nobody else wants. And then they're surprised at the results. I'm like, what did you expect? Not to mention that they rehire people that they already fired and expect things to be different. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. I digress, man. You can't tell a black woman nothing. You can't tell a black woman nothing. How dare you hold her to standards? How dare you hold her accountable? How dare you tell her about herself? You can't tell a black woman nothing. You can't tell a black woman nothing.